okey. Okay. I know what it do. It do too. So I am hip to the jive. Uh, bum, bum. Uh, am I live? Yes, I'm live. I'm live. Okay. All right. Well, let's record it. Okay. Huh? Oh, yeah. That's that one. Is that one? Well, is that one? Or is that one? Let's see. Okay.
Ray Smith in the building. Nico Bean with the steam. A shorter is responsible for us doing this live.
Did he say live with the greats?
Live with the goats. That's what was said. That's what was said.
Slow down. Slow down. Okay. Okay. How's that? We good?
I'm good.
Okay. Live with the goats. Okay. Live with the goats it is then.
I'll take it. The Komodo kid, like Thanos, I appear out of a cloud of purple smoke.
All right. Do I have a delay? Do I have a delay?
I got you.
Yes, I think I got a delay. Let me see what I can do about that. This. Okay. Let me do this. YouTube. Well, I don't be liking YouTube. YouTube be tripping. Okay. Bam. That's what's on the screen right now. This is when I want to do my live.
I think you should do your live.
Okay. We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? Yeah, we're good there. Okay. Okay. We still live?
I think we live.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to get started. Okay. Here's how this is gonna go down. Me and brother Theo are going to talk to y'all. And if there's a comment in there that jumps up and jumps out at me, then I'll address it. But other than that, We good. And ain't no more echoes, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we are here at y'all's request because on the live yesterday with Marcus and Josh, there was frequent requests and questions about how come we wasn't there. The short answer, we weren't invited. I don't know why that is, and I'm not gonna speculate on why that is, but
here's what I'm gonna do, because I'm a detail. Daryl and I on Twitter, it was said that, hey, I would like to do a live with y'all. This is about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We said, okay, cool. Let's live. We talking about Recast T'Challa. We talking about Recast T'Challa. So we found out a live was scheduled last night when everybody else found out a live was scheduled last night. So, and we checked our inboxes. We did our due diligence. We checked our DMs.
So here we are. We want to give you an insight maybe that probably wasn't covered in that meeting. I think between me and Theo, we got a lot of no. And I don't say that to be arrogant or to brag or anything, but we actually know. So without further ado, what we was going to try to do tonight as far as this come on, your kid. Oh my goodness, you guys.
We were in attendance last night.
We were there. We were in the building. We were in the building, but we were incognito.
I didn't want to make. I'm like this. I wouldn't, there was no invitation for that particular live. So I did show up. I did give my support. I did hit the like button and everything like that. So I was there from beginning to end. And yeah. So and shout out to Marcus and Josh for holding it down and everything like that. But
they held it down well.
We weren't there because we did not want to be there. We weren't there because we did not know. So but
you can't show up to some stuff you wasn't invited to. So that's all it is. And I don't know about being ghosted. I don't know about people being afraid or none of that stuff. But I will say for the record, and I know Theo will too, I will get on a live with anybody, anywhere, anytime, any place. Y'all want to discuss this Recast T'Challa boycott Black Panther thing? There, now it's on film or on the internet or whatever. So there, let it be said. I ain't mad at nobody, and I sure ain't scared. So if we're gonna have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But I don't want this to be no, razzing somebody else thing and turning into a he said, she said type thing. Let's just focus on T'Challa.
With that, before we get to T'Challa, I do want to get some clarity out there, some understanding, some truth. Shuri is not a goddess. She's a griot. We can say she's superhuman, or as the MCU would refer to her as being enhanced, but she's not a goddess. She's a superhuman. She has superhuman abilities. Hold on, let me do this. That right there. That is the griot Shuri. That is the Black Panther Shuri. That is Shuri.
She is Orisha powered would be a better way of describing what she is. She's Orisha endowed. How about that? That would be a more accurate definition of what she is.
Honestly, Daryl and I have a lot in common with Shuri when you consider what her official superhero name is, Griot. That's a historian. Daryl and I are Wakandan Black Panther comic book, and because we really don't have no damn choice because it came out after the fact, MCU historians. That's what that is. So if I go griot, it rhyme. But we're not gonna tell y'all anything wrong. Daryl and I, hey, edutainment is his thing. I tell y'all, I don't care about being right or wrong. I care about being accurate. Daryl and I care about giving y'all the truth. So without further delay, we're gonna spit some truth on this and everything in regards to recast T'Challa, what's been going on. Y'all are tuning in with us. We appreciate it so much for y'all rocking with us and asking for us to be a part of it. So, and plus the boycott movement has been embraced. So we're gonna go ahead and get into
it. And I just wanted to say, for me to see that on Twitter and in the live, for me was humbling. You know what I'm saying? Because I did, but I didn't know y'all rock with me that hard. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, wow, really? Y'all can man, real talk. To shout out to the folks in the chat. I appreciate the hell out of y'all for doing that, man. Real talk, man. I appreciate that from bottom of my heart, man. I will endeavor to be worthy of that type of acknowledgement when y'all say, what about me? And how come he ain't not?
Right.
When I'm here, I will try to be the best me I can be for y'all. So respect.
For sure.
But 1966 is where we start at. That's where we start. Okay, 1966. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. This is all, it's all old hat, but there'll be a little twist and turn with it with the conventional shit. So stay with me. Okay, 1966. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby acknowledge a need that is not being met. Let's bear that in mind as we move forward. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby acknowledged a need that was not being met. That need was the lack of Black representation. They looked and seen people was reading their comic books, and them people was this color. How come we ain't got a color for them? How come we ain't got a character that they can groove with, that they can rock with? How come we don't have that? So they did it.
If I may, Daryl, I know
Please.
Somebody's gonna come on here and say, well, Jack Kirby did such and such and so and so. Just like me and Daryl are partners. Just like quite a few of us are partners with some other folks. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee were partners. So we know who created the character. We know it was Jack Kirby. We do that. We know that. But we do know Stan Lee is responsible for a whole lot of stuff, publication, money coming in and everything like that. So we know that. So don't come on here talking about, well, Jack, no, nobody, listen. We know, you're not educating us. You being Captain Obvious is what you're being. My bad.
Now the first isolated incident of Marvel not supporting the character of T'Challa was when the Black Panthers, 3 months after the debut of T'Challa, the Black Panther Party was formed. And the Black Panther Party was doing things that people didn't like. The Black Panther Party was saying things that people didn't like. Them people. So when Marvel got wind of it, they said, change his name. So for 9 months in 1970, I believe it was, the Black Panther was referred to as the Black Leopard. To distance themselves from the Black Panther Party. I thought that was cold. If you saw a need to represent me and you made a character that represents me, why would you back up when there's pressure?
Go and tell them I'm a dog wear full mask. Because the mask is sexy in and of itself. But go ahead and tell the audience why he wears a full mask.
Oh, originally, when T'Challa premiered in Fantastic Four number 52, that's the look. And he wore a full mask. When he was introduced in Tales of Suspense alongside Captain America, he had a half mask. That was not purposeful. That was an error on somebody's part. Okay, editing somewhere in between the editor and the artist, something got mixed up. Oh, we're gonna give him an open face. And he went into that, he had that look, he took that look into the Avengers with him. Fantastic. I mean, Avengers number 52 is the first issue where T'Challa joins. Still got that open face. 53 and Avengers Annual 2 still had open face. But Avengers number 55 gone. And we ain't seen an open face T'Challa since.
Now watch this trivia moment. Because people like to say Jack Kirby. You know who was the deciding factor for T'Challa to get his full mask back? The dude that was over the bullpen back in the day. Stan Lee. Fans, because people say protests don't work. People say boycotts don't work. People say you can't get, well, before there was anything known as email, before anybody could DM somebody, fans back in the early 70s started writing letters to Marvel telling them, yo, put the full mask back on the dude. We're not here for that. Marvel said, you know what? We hear you, unlike the MCU. Marvel. Now, mind you, who we think was writing letters? Let's go ahead and keep it 1,000. Who we think was writing letters to Marvel back in the late 60s, early 70s about a black comic book character? Because we need to understand, comic books, while they made this character for us, comic books wasn't really about us for us. They weren't taking us into consideration, i.e., we weren't driving sales of comic books back then. So when we take into consideration the fans that literally put ink to notebook paper, parchment paper, and wrote letters in, went and bought stamps, who we think did that? It wasn't just us. Who you think Stan Lee listened to? Hey, the Black Panther fans. He didn't give a damn about their gender. He didn't give a damn about their sexual orientation. He didn't give a damn about their race. Y'all want this mask back on? Let's put this mask back on. Hey, put the mask back on the dude. That's how we got the full mask back. Somebody actually listened. The fans said they didn't like that. The comic book company listened. And lo and behold, this damn character's still around. Good God about it. Yes, the fans knew what they was talking about.
So it's not the first time that T'Challa, the character of T'Challa, was left twisting in the wind. Okay, this right here that's going on right now. Oh hat, y'all. I hate to be the OG saying it, but this ain't the first time this has happened, and it all comes back to, again, black representation, and if we're being specific, black male representation. So after all of that crying and complaining and moaning and people writing letters, somebody got the clever idea, I'm still looking at it with side eye, to put the Black Panther, the black superhero, in a comic book called Jungle Action. Let's put the black guy in the comic book called Jungle Action. That was cool though, because Don McGregor wrote one hell of a story. And if y'all ever watched the videos that I've done on Don McGregor is invited to the barbecue. You want me to tell you why? Don McGregor wrote that story about T'Challa. It was so, if they had just took Jungle Action and made everything in Jungle Action the Black Panther movie, that would have been a fantastic movie. Because believe me when I say, there had never been anything like that done in comics up to that point. Okay? And how come we don't talk about Monica Lynn? Well, number one, we don't talk about Monica Lynn right now because she dead in current continuity. Number two, we don't talk about Monica Lynn because she's American.
Just to validate what you're saying.
Validate.
That whole run, Jungle Action, is still to this day, 2022, right? It's 2022, about to be 2023. That Jungle Action run is still revered by comic critics today as the penultimate Black Panther story arc. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you.
Walter Wilder is in the comments dropping facts. Shout out Walter Wilder.
The thing is that what people don't understand is that writing, that reading, it's I'm not gonna say it's easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy read. But if you're a true Black Panther fan, that is the ultimate story. Let me go ahead and keep it 1,000. I got Mr. Ray Smith, Grand Madam Tarot in there, Daryl. We got Grand Madam Tarot.
She just said, hey, Theo.
Shout out to Grand Madam Tarot. Y'all got to understand something. Daryl, Grand Madam Tarot, Mr. Ray Smith, Marvel Comics. Those are my sources. Excluding myself, those are my sources. You got to go back and get this knowledge. You got to go back and own this knowledge if you say this is your God. Now, what I will say is this. That passion for the character led me to the actor. It's too many people misspeaking on the actor. Way too many people misspeaking on the actor. But we're going to come back and address that later on. Shout out to Grand Madam Tarot. Shout out to you, Walter. Listen, come on, your kid in the shore. I don't know why we would ever let y'all be in the same comment section at the same time, because y'all gonna instigate the other person to do something that they don't, not that they don't want to do, but y'all gonna push the other person to do something that they really do want to do. Wherever me and Daryl go, y'all just know y'all invited.
And I love those guys, man. I love them, man. They make a chat section jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. Woo, okay, all right, breathe.
Daryl, if I could for a second, if I could, because I did this in front of my wife last night. I was talking and did a video. I was gonna put it air today, but I said, no, me and Daryl are gonna do this live. I'll talk about it today. I'm gonna call out some Black folks. I'm gonna call out some Black demographics. And I'm not gonna be, how can I put this? I will be diplomatic, but everybody finna get it. Black men. Because I'm finna go down this chain right here. Daryl, you help me out. Come in whenever you want to. Black men. We talking about Black men. We talking about Black men being represented. We talking about Black veterans. Just Black men in general. We not ashamed of how we getting treated on film. James Rose is still paralyzed. He's been paralyzed since 2016. That is a United States Air Force pilot. That's a military person.
That's a full bird too.
Yeah, I know I got Black people that's in the military, Black people that's in the Air Force, Black people that are Air Force officers. Ain't none of y'all pissed that this dude been walking around paralyzed from the waist down since 2016. He didn't been in Falcon Man and Winter Soldier. Since this dude got paralyzed, we've literally had Bucky Barnes be reconditioned, freed from mental programming. We had Everett Ross be taken care of so he ain't dying from a fatal gunshot wound. Dude walking around fine like 24 hours. But James Rose is still walking around paralyzed from the waist down. I'm looking at my Black man. I'm looking at my Black MCU fans, my Black male MCU fan. Why y'all not saying nothing? Once again, to my black men, my Black MCU fans, my Black MCU male fans, my Black MCU veterans. Where was y'all at when Lamar Hoskins, a Sergeant Major E9? Where was y'all at when Sergeant Major Lamar Hoskins got treated like wet garbage in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I'm looking at Black MCU people. I'm looking at the anti-recasters that got so much to say to us, but don't have any problem when they being emasculated. Whether you be LGBTQ, male or female, being just dragged on the big screen. Okay, cool. Because I don't want the fellas to think that it's about them. Ladies, Black women, sisters, queens, I got heat for y'all too. Y'all got so much to say to us about recasting. Where was y'all at when Carol Danvers got casted as the first Captain Marvel? Where was y'all at? I got another one for you. Black LGBTQ females. Why y'all let Marvel play loose, foot free, and fancy free with y'all when it came to Ayo and Okoye, knowing damn good and well that Ayo is married to Anika? Well, I'm looking at the black LGBTQ. Where y'all at in this? Hell, let me call out the black people that's in interracial marriages. That's MCU fan. Where was y'all at when they made Fastos gay? Knowing damn good and well Fastos is in an interracial marriage in the comic book. I got heat for everybody. And if you a movie reviewer, if you're a movie critic, and you call yourself a comic book fan, because see, I don't call myself no movie critic. I ain't never heard Darryl refer to himself as no movie critic. I call myself a comic book historian. But see, I'm not tied in. Darryl ain't tied in to the people that talk to y'all, come in, tune to y'all, take y'all advice, heed y'all word week after week after week in regards to the movies. Because if you just reviewing movies, you just reviewing movies. But no, you said you're a comic book fan. Why you not telling your audience what's going on with the mischaracterization of these characters? Whether I ain't expecting it from somebody else, but I'm looking at black people, black LGBTQ. Because see, I know damn good and well, I got an IO action figure. I show love to the LGBTQ. Hell, I got 8 Dora Milaje action figures. So we're not gonna do that. But why you ain't hold Marvel accountable? When you talk about representation, as a black heterosexual male, I shouldn't give 2 damns about the black LGBTQ, but I do. I do care because representation matters. Y'all don't even know enough to know that they gave you the brother that they gave you in the Eternals movie. That's the pacifist. That means Marvel is telling you, and we're not gonna act like that because I live in Florida and I know what's going on with Disney down in Orlando. So we ain't finna act like Marvel got Disney's back like that. They gave you the pacifist. They gave you the dude that wasn't gonna bust a grape. Let them tell it. And they gave you the dude that was out of shape. Damn near everybody else in that movie was physically fit except for the gay dude. Why? Y'all like that? So gay people can't be muscular? Gay people can't
all the gay people I know are in amazing shape.
Right. Gay people can't be soldiers. Gay people can't be warriors. Hell, I know some gay people in the military. Hell, I know some gay people that play sport. And guess what? I know some gay people that when they play sports and they in the military, they better than some of their heterosexual counterparts. Facts. So where was y'all at? Y'all coming for me and Darryl because we show love for the character. Y'all want to insult us. Hell, I could call you cowards because you didn't even stick up for the characters that represented you. You know who that was sticking up for the characters that represented you? Me and Darryl, the heterosexual, so-called misogynistic men that y'all like to falsely label. That's who was sticking up for the black woman. That's who was sticking up for the black man. That's who was sticking up for the black members of the LGBT community. And y'all have the audacity to talk ish to us because we know what we're talking about? No. How about you go talk to the people that you've been rocking with forever that should have told you what was going on before me and Darryl came on the scene? But see, we here now. We here now. And don't nobody possess that knowledge like me and Darryl got, because here's the thing. Me and Darryl don't rest on our laurels. Me and Darryl go back and read. Me and Darryl go back and refresh our memories. Me and Darryl get caught up. Hell, me and Darryl read some stuff that we don't like to damn read half the damn time, if y'all can see that. That is Black Panther #10. You think I wanted to read that from John Ridley? Hell no. But I did. Know why? Because I got to tell y'all what's going on.
You brought up a very excellent point that I want to touch on before I get back here to this little history dive. As content providers, the expectation for Theo and I is that we be informed so that we can inform you in turn. Just because I look at something or watch something or view something doesn't mean I like it. It just means I'm looking at it, I'm reviewing it to become familiar with it so that when people hit me in lives and say, hey, did you watch that? Hey, did you see this? Hey, did you hear about that? If I say no, I didn't too many times, they're going to be like, oh, you're uninformed. Oh, we don't want to rock with you because you don't know nothing about nothing. Right. So I have to, for no other purpose, go out and get this information for the sake of bringing it back to y'all so that we can discuss it, debate it, and all of that. Now, make no mistake, I'm not going to be in the movie theater on November 11th. I'm not going to be in the movie theater on November 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, so on and so forth. Okay.
October 25th either. October 25th either.
So when you looking at me and asking, did you watch Black Panther? Come on now. What do I look like being able to tell you about Black Panther? And all I've been saying for the better part of a year is I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it. Y'all gonna have to stall a brother out. Okay, I'm sticking to my principles. And if I ain't about nothing else, Theo will tell you, anybody that knows me will tell you, I'm about telling the truth. And if I have that information, I'm gonna give you straight lace, no chase. I'm not gonna blow no smoke up your behind. Okay. If I'm in the theater, then I'm going against what I've been telling y'all all of this time. I sound like a hypocrite. And I blast hypocrites. So what am I gonna look like being one and being up in there, and then somebody come on my page and be like, hey, did you check out Wakanda Forever? You should know better than to even ask me that question.
And let's go with it. So, because me and Daryl know. So when me and Daryl sitting in the movie theater, and I'm pretty sure because Daryl's a Black Panther fan, I'm a Black Panther fan. We embrace all things Wakanda. When they said in Jobu, I'm pretty sure that if Daryl was sitting by somebody that knows something about these characters, he said to them, what the hell? If he was sitting by somebody that didn't know anything about the characters, he thought to himself, what the hell? So right up then and there, we got an issue. Because the live last night was about Black representation. And that's what Daryl and I wanted to touch on tonight was Black representation, Black Panther. And we wanted to give it to you as Ashur said it. He called us the goats. We didn't say that. That's what he called us. So we're looking at it from this. So what was wrong with Sion? Shout out. There was Ryan Coogler got a lot of fair criticism last night. But this was criticism that Ryan Coogler was due to get last year. This was criticism that Ryan Coogler was due to get when the movie first debuted. Nobody wanted to touch Ryan Coogler. I know 2 people did. I know 3 people did. I know 4 to 5 people wanted to reach out and touch him. But nobody wanted to touch the fact that why did you substitute the honorable character, comic book character? See, this is when you need to be a comic book fan, because if you're just an MCU fan, you subject to say something based off of ignorance, i.e. lack of knowledge. But what was wrong with the honorable brother? The brother the brother that took on the role of Black Panther, because MCU fans forever hollering Shuri and Killmonger. They don't know nothing about Sion. What was wrong with the brother that took on the mantle after his brother was slain? What was wrong with the brother? Oh, good God Almighty. What was wrong with the brother that raised his niece and nephew like they were his? What was wrong with the brother that died protecting Queen Ramunda during Doom War? What was characteristically speaking?
You know what it was, Theo. You know what it was. Tell the people what it was, Theo.
See, I'm looking at the Black MCU fans to keep capping for the Black director and the Black executive over this movie project. What was wrong? These fair questions. What was wrong with the honorable younger brother who laid down his life, watch this, for a female?
A Black female.
Roxanne Gay, I don't hear nothing from you, and I bought your book. So Queen, just like you got the mouth to run it over there at an article, yes, you need to know Theo Butler is calling for you because I bought your book, Queen. I read your story, Queen. You got to come see me, Queen, because you wrote that story in there where Queen Ramunda locked up Anika for murdering Mbala for murdering Wakandan women. You wrote that story, Roxanne Gay, and you ain't said nothing about John Ridley blaming T'Challa for it in his current run. See, comic book fans know that. Comic book fans know that.
Now,
so Roxanne Gay, you come across like a hypocrite now, or you come across like this, a misandrist.
Let's back up a little bit and let's go pre Dora Milaje, and get an understanding of what a lot of people do and don't know. First, Ramunda is T'Challa's stepmother.
Come on, somebody. Say that one more time.
In Marvel Comics continuity,
Who is she?
Ramonda is T'Challa's stepmother.
Come on, somebody.
And she was imprisoned. She was imprisoned in South Africa during apartheid for years. And T'Challa, pre-vibranium weave suit, wasn't no vibranium, just T'Challa in a black habit, went to South Africa and got his stepmama, who later became Queen Mother. Did we know that T'Challa's mama's name is Nyame? And
Come
that
on,
T'Challa
wait. What is her name again?
Her name is Nyame.
Hold on. Cause see, oh good God Almighty, I love this because see, we talking Black Panther, we talking Wakanda, which is located in where? The continent of Africa. Who is in Yame, spiritually speaking, based on African lore? Who is in Yame? Isn't that the African sky god?
That.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
And that is where T'Challa gets his love of science, his propensity for technology that they downplayed.
We own this
in the movie. It made it sound like Shuri was 10 times smarter than he was. Don't this man hold several advanced degrees in engineering and physics?
Wait, ain't he the only one in Marvel Comics that invented shadow science? Ain't that his own science?
But here's the bigger question, Theo. Here's the bigger question. Why do we not see any of this stuff we just mentioned in the movie?
Watch this. Because, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go ahead. Those that's rocking with me and D, if y'all below the age of 30 and everything like this, if you ain't heard your parents and grandparents say, I apologize. But it used to be a running stereotype for us older people. If you want to hide something from a Black person, put it in a book. Now, I was going to tell you that that joke still ain't prevalent. But based on the amount of Black people that are anti-recasters that keep saying stupid stuff, you know what? I see why we go through what we go through in this country, because we still stupid as hell. We don't want to read a book. We be using our cell phone just to tell somebody they wrong, sounding stupid as hell with a smart device in our hand. I don't even know how we do that. Everything is a Google away. Never mind, but that ain't what this is. This ain't not what this about. Go ahead, Darryl. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay. The depiction of Ramonda is sketchy at best. You know what I mean? And if we're going to talk again, if we're going to talk about females, Nakia. Who is Nakia actually? Who is Nakia actually?
You talking about Mal?
What people don't even bother to ask you because I put it in a movie, so that just must be what the fact is. Nakia, both versions of Nakia who appears in Jungle Action and Nakia who appears in the Priest Run of Black Panther, they are both villains. They are both women who were rejected by T'Challa. But we put her in the movie as his love interest.
Wait, watch this. There's an article somewhere where Lupita Nyong'o said, I hope, this is when they were talking about the whole Disney Fox merger. I hope Aurora doesn't come to the MCU anytime, because I know that means I'm going to become a villain. How you know that? Somebody told you. Because that's exactly what damn happened. She turns into a damn villain after being rejected by T'Challa. Tosses Monica Lynn, an R&B singer, out of a damn plane while it's flying. Ain't like she threw it, they was still on the runway. She tossed her happy behind out of a runway. She got with Mephisto to seduce T'Challa. Think about this for a second. Nakia Malice got with Mephisto, Satan, the devil, made a deal with him to seduce T'Challa. But we're not getting this though, and we wrong for knowing it. They gonna call us gatekeepers. No, we griots. We griots. That's what we griots. We gonna own that.
We hold the stories. We hold the stories. We contain the stories. You need a story, holler at your man's in there. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm thinking about it, shouts out to my man Chillmonger for holding it down in a vigorous way, representing for Monica Rambeau.
Yes. Say that.
Who I'm gonna get to in a minute, because this all plays in because we talk about Black representation, and the Black representation we got in Jungle Action lasted from issue 6 to issue 24. Then after that ended in 76. We didn't get no Black Panther till 1977. And in 1977, Jack Kirby came back to Marvel from DC after creating the fourth world over there, Apocalypse and all of that, Commandy, OMAC, all of that stuff. And when he did that, he came back over to Marvel and he did a 15-issue run on a Black Panther series. Okay, and that's where you get all of that stuff with King Solomon's Frogs and the 6 Million Year Man, and you're introduced to Jakara, and you're introduced to Achibe, and Kyber the Cruel, and all of these characters, and folks talk about T'Challa don't got no rogues gallery. And I'm like, pick up a comic book. He's got Somber, he's got Venom, he's got Salamander Cruel, he's got Wind Eagle, and of course Claw, who they murdered off. You know what I'm saying? And there's tons more. Solomon Prey, if we want to go there. There was another graphic novel, but I ain't even got to that yet. But we're talking about that 15-issue run. At about issue 11, 12, Jerry Bingham took over art chores. So the art, dare I say it, didn't have that Jack Kirby look to it. But that's neither here nor there. Jerry Bingham did a decent job. And Jerry Bingham also wrote the Marvel Premiere run. It was issues 51, 52, and 53, I believe it was, of Marvel Premiere, where they cleared up some of the Black Panther versus the Klan storyline from back in Jungle Action. And we find out that T'Challa had been in prison for a while and got his memory fiddled with, and he didn't remember some certain events, but Monica Lynn and her new white boyfriend, Kevin Trueblood, helped T'Challa with this little mystery, if you will. After that, we got a couple of limited issue series in various comic books, and we didn't, and that was 88, and we didn't see T'Challa again until 1998. 10 years we went without a T'Challa regular monthly comic. Now, and it took, go ahead.
Let me say this. The comic book. Because see, me and Dara can find T'Challa all over the place. T'Challa been a Toy Biz action figure. T'Challa show up in video games.
Back of the bus, back of the bus in the building. Back of the bus in the building.
Marcus and Josh, what's going on? What's going on?
What's happening, y'all?
If you go look at Disney Plus, you go to the Marvel section, you ain't finna run across no Avenger cartoon, no Iron Man cartoon, no Fantastic Four cartoon that T'Challa ain't in it. I don't care when they dated it. He go back. Yeah, he's that dude. So when people talk about recast and they got questions about it, let me put it like this. Because like I said, I had the conversation with my wife last night. I'm gonna throw the word compromise. It ain't got anything to do with anybody. It's just the word compromise. See, I wasn't cognizant during the civil rights period, but see, I was born during the civil rights period. I was born in 68. Darryl, what year were you born?
67.
67. So Darryl got me by a year. Low key, Darryl, well, he do know I look up to him. He do. As men, you can do that.
Respect.
But the civil rights period, see, I've been told that I'm Eric Lenshier, and I'm Eric Lenshier. I own that. That's cool. Especially the way he just went out in X-Men Red. I own that. I've been called the Malcolm X of the movement. And if I'm Malcolm X, considering the actor whom I look up to, not looked up to past tense, the actor whom I look up to, considering that Malcolm X was one of his three idols, his father being one and Harold Miner being the other one, I'm cool with being the Malcolm X of the movement. But here's what I'm not cool with. What I'm not cool with is going back to the civil rights movement. Knowing that my grandfather, see, I was raised by my grandparents, not understanding that my grandparents who raised me back in the 80s, when they were in their 50s, actually had to eat someplace different. That's a compromise. You can't eat where everybody else eats. They had to sit on the bus in different places to get to work. That's a compromise. You ain't sitting where everybody else sits. Whether it was using the bathroom or drinking water, they weren't able to do what other people did. So some compromise, but some drew a line in the sand and said, you know what? We'll get to work the best way we can. They didn't compromise. That's the Montgomery bus boycott. Notice I said boycott. You had the Million Man March. That was when I was grown. You had the March on Selma. Now, at the end of the day, all of these organizations, all of these actions that are taking place is because there's a certain demographic that recognizes it's not being treated equally and it's demanding. It's not compromising, it's demanding. It's a or else. You will give us our rights or else. I'm looking at my brothers and sisters today and I'm like, what happened to that? Watch this. I'm gonna use a word from last night. What happened to that fight? I got it from my grandparents, and maybe I got it because I was raised by my grandparents. Maybe I wouldn't have got it if it would have came from my mama and my daddy. But I'm looking at us right now because we're talking about Black representation. We got Kanye West out here dragging George Floyd. You think it's a damn coincidence? You got Black men in the Black Panther movie dialed all the way down to 1. I'm looking at Black men. You signing off on what? You taking your son to see what? We keep talking about Black representation. Well, Black love and Black family is all about Black representation. Regardless of whether it's a Black man and a Black woman, a Black man and a Black man, a Black woman and a Black woman. We're talking the family structure here, the family dynamic. We deliberately dialed it down. For what reason? And as I've alluded to too many times, that's not Ryan Coogler's life that he's putting on film. That's the stories that his daddy is telling him when he was a juvenile counselor. So even Ryan Coogler, the beautiful life that he had, he ain't even giving you his beautiful life on screen. He's giving you Fruitvale Station.
Well,
He's giving you Snowfall. He's giving you Power. He's giving you Empire. He's giving you Book of Power. He's giving you Raising Canaan. That's not what Wakanda is. It never was, never intended to be. But Black men, Black comic book fans, you should have been pissed off soon as the credits rolled on the first movie. I can say what I want to about Michael B. Jordan. I still want his redemption story arc, a la Loki, a la Bucky. I still want Wakabi's story arc, the husband who ain't even showing up in the second movie. See how we destroying the Black family? We got the Black wife. What are we finna say about Wakabi? She's a married woman. She finding her husband locked up in jail? Or we just finna say he died off as well? Bars. Black representation. Compromise. I'm so happy, so damn glad that my forefathers from the 60s and 50s, hell, going all the way back to the slave movement, did not compromise, because if they did, we wouldn't be having this damn conversation right now. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Okay. Church, everybody wave your fan. But real talk though, back on that historian tip and where we supposed to be at, do we so far at this point? I know it's a lot of people in the comments. I've been popping off, I've been dropping names to let you know I know what the hell I'm talking about. I noticed somebody was like, oh, Kyber. Yeah, exactly. I've been there, done that. Yes, I am a Bronze Age child, and Theo is too. So yeah, I know all about that era. So Captain Marvel, okay, Theo alluded to it earlier. Why are we, well, shit, let's represent.
Go grab a big dog. We put love on black women. We love y'all. Come on, man. Go ahead.
I'm down for my queens too. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
so yeah. All right. So anyway, where were we at, like he said, when Captain Marvel cast Brie Larson in a title role? And that's the first ever Captain Marvel. But if we jump back to 1982, and I believe it was Amazing Spider-Man annual number 16, I want to say, where we debuted Monica Rambeau and both of her parents who are alive.
Can we say that one more time? Both of who?
They both alive. Frank Rambeau is alive. But I want to say this too. The MCU has a super annoying habit of going off the reservation when it comes to canon. They don't respect canon. They don't follow canon.
Let's ask this question, O'Dara, because we talking about black representation, right?
Uh-huh.
See,
we sure
gonna keep the spotlight on everybody. Where the black families at? Where the black husbands and wives at? Y'all be looking at these movies, these TV shows. Y'all ain't picking up a pattern. Y'all ain't got no questions like, damn, baby, where am I at? Damn, I wish I could have a husband when I watch it. Like, y'all not asking none of these questions? Hell, Marcus just got married. Had a lovely honeymoon, by the way. Marcus just got married. What are we saying? Why is that what I'm looking at? Black people, so-called black anti-recasters that's got so much to say because we want T'Challa. Where y'all at with the black family being torn apart? Matter of fact, I'll run you one better. Why was Lamar Hoskins killed? Because that really was John Walker's family that was killed by the watchdogs in the comics that drove him. And that is crazy.
Theo, we could go on. I could do a whole video just pointing out the inconsistent canon starting from Iron Man in 2008 and take it to this very moment right now. We be on here like 3-4 hours, bro.
I'm not looking at the inconsistent canon because I get that. I'm looking at the direct, because this was referenced last night on the live, the direct misrepresentation, mischaracterization of these black characters. Lamar Hoskins is still alive and well in Marvel Comics. Why? Okay, hold on, pause. T'Chaka was the plot trope for T'Challa, right? We just had to kill off T'Chaka.
T'Chaka has to die to advance the story.
Right. And so did Lamar Hoskins have to die to advance the story? Why couldn't John Walker's parents die to advance the story like they did in the comics? Why did Lamar Hoskins have to be killed off and basically bitched up? Because I literally had a YouTuber said that John was probably going to have Lamar Hoskins clean up behind him and everything like that. And I was like, you've never been in the military to even make that statement, but a captain asking a sergeant major to clean up behind him is going to get that sergeant major's boot in his ass. So but you ignorant. You don't really know the military like that. You ain't even bothered to look at the fact that Lamar Hoskins actually had his damn military chevrons on while he was in costume. Like, that's the sad part. They was right there. They was also right there in his chest when ironically enough, he was the only one in camouflage when they introduced John Walker to his high school. Everybody else was in military dress. Military, black military. Why we didn't say nothing? Why y'all didn't say nothing? Because a dress A dress performance is a dress performance. We're not gonna have one person, especially a damn sergeant major, sticking out like a sore thumb in damn khakis while everybody else is dressed in their albums. Nobody said a word. No black person uttered a thing. No black military person said anything. No so-called black MCU fan said anything. None of y'all uttered a word, but you got so much to say now. Not even the people that get paid to point out the damn inaccuracy, so fans don't get used to that filth. So fans don't think that that's common. None of them knew enough to call it for what it was. And when you got me and D standing right here, we both prior military service. We're not just comic book.
Well, while we talking about prior military service, why the hell can't Sam Wilson qualify for a VA loan?
He got it. They gave it to, watch this. We know they gave it to him soon before he got discharged. Know why? Because I still got mine and ain't used it. But black MCU fans, you don't know this. Black military fans, MCU fans know this. Any military fan that's an MCU fan knows this. They know it's wrong. But we keep talking about black see, I say what I say to say it for this reason. There are things that me and D can tell you that the common person is not going to know, regardless of how good they think they are. It's because of our life experiences. Anybody that you listening to, John Campion, we're older than him. We've been reading comics longer than he's been alive. He's not a military veteran. Thus, when Marvel starts tapping into stories that deal with the military, John can't tell you what we can tell you. But because of clicks and likes, you're going to carry your happy ass on over there. You're going to go on over there and get the entertaining answer. As Daryl would tell you, because edutainment is his thing, you're not going to get the educational answer. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Yes, Monica Rambeau. Okay. Why did she have to change her name? Because was she not the first person to hold the title of Captain Marvel? And if we being chronological, Carol Danvers had to earn the title of Captain Marvel. It was, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it just given to her in the movie?
Here's what, you talking about,
she didn't live through nothing. She didn't live through nothing to earn it. Well, first, let me back up. First of all, we gender swapped Marvel, and then we never saw anything out of Marvel. Me personally, what went down in the movie, that was not enough to attach me or make me attached to Annette Bening's Marvel emotionally. If you're going to pass on a legacy and it's going to mean something, there's got to be some kind of emotional attachment in there, at least for that aspect of it. But they didn't do that. And we just said, okay, call her Captain Marvel.
And here's the sad part. Everybody knows that movie was put in there for only one reason. Now, and it's not like we're making this up. They did Captain Marvel for only one reason, and that was to make Captain Marvel the most powerful person when they came to Infinity War and Endgame. That was the only reason why we got Captain Marvel. It was a half-ass plot. They didn't even do us the due diligence of giving us, because watch this, you did the gender swap. Why did you change the whole damn story? That made it damn near irrelevant at that point in time. As you alluded to, we didn't get, and that's the problem with Carol Danvers' character. Nobody is attached to her. We were attached to Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. We were attached. That's the problem facing damn near all the black characters right now, especially Black Panther, because ain't nobody attached to them. Now, the sad part about it is this. The sentimental pull that should get you attached to the character of T'Challa because of Chadwick Boseman's unfortunate passing, that emotional pull is being transferred over to his sister, Shuri. Like the love, passion, desire for Chadwick Boseman is literally being transferred over to Shuri for her to be embraced and for T'Challa to be a mere foregone. Hold on. Go ahead, Darryl. Do your thing, because I said I want to check something real quick.
Okay. Now, Matter of fact, I can just encapsulate real quick like this. T'Challa, Black Panther. Falcon, Luke Cage, Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel, Brother Voodoo, of course, James Rhodes. Let's work with just those six. Let's work with just those six. All have appeared in the MCU in some way, shape, or form, if it wasn't nothing but a sideways mention or a brief cameo, except for the main characters like Falcon and Luke Cage, who got their own series. But why is it that when we do introduce a Black character, they have to be supernumerary, they have to be tertiary, they have to be an also ran? You know, like I would have loved to see a whole episode dedicated to Lamar Hoskins on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But he didn't get, he hardly got any time, as y'all saw on the thing I put out on Twitter. Where is Luke Cage right now? Do we have plans for him? What about Blade?
Paul, that thing you put out on Twitter. Could you tell the fans what I put out on Twitter in regards to T'Challa's total screen time in the MCU? Because I put something out there on Twitter too. Can you tell the fans what T'Challa's whole screen time was in the MCU?
I believe it was 47 minutes.
It's a little over an hour in the MCU total. An hour and about 4 minutes is his total screen time in the MCU.
47 minutes of that was in his own movie, which was like about what, 2 hours and 14 minutes long?
Yes. So yeah.
Okay. So you got like a quarter of the screen time in your own movie. So quiet as kept, his movie was infiltrated. But I ain't gonna hate, but you gotta look back at it and go, that's true. There wasn't as much T'Challa and Black Panther as I would have liked to see in that movie. And I think that's why the movie did as well as it did, because we wanted more. And we didn't get it. But like we are often want to do, we are satisfied with what is given to us. And we refuse to demand more, or we're afraid to demand more. Wakanda four.
He's mentioned 4 times in the book he don't show up in.
So there you go. Why do we not become more vocal about things like this? Why do we just look at it and go, Loki's on? Or, Moon Knight's on. And just watch it, but we don't look at it through the lens of how much are we represented in these projects. Because if you can take characters out and you can shorten characters' time in certain projects, then you can damn sure add some and give them some time in a project. Okay. It's ultimately, the control is ultimately up to the people who are doing what they're doing right now. Just like they're doing what they're doing right now, they can undo that shit too.
Exactly. Marcus said something last night in regards to what did he say? How he feels about withholding his money and everything like that. Like there has to be some. I'm looking at it like this. We got these Black characters. We keep talking about Black representation. That's what we keep talking about. And we keep saying we want it. We keep saying we want it. We keep saying we want it. 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 The thing is at the end of the day, if me and you look at it, because you and I have been around long enough, we saw what happened when Coke introduced a new flavor. Me and you, I can't say me and you really cared about the old flavor or the new flavor, but we saw what happened when Coke introduced a new flavor. And folks that didn't necessarily look like you and I raised hell. And Coke said, we hear you. We're going to get rid of the new flavor. We're going to keep the old flavor. I'm looking, and once again, like I said, I keep looking at us. I don't profess to be anything. You don't profess to be anything other than what we are. It's really not me and Daryl's job, because Daryl is how can I put this? Daryl is an actor. he is a actor that what could say it again, Darren, because I'm just losing my thoughts. The type of actor that you are.
I am an actor, and I am an actor and an improvisationalist.
The actor and the improvisations. It's not in our job description to come tell you what's going on with these characters on the screen. It's not. You know what it is? We're proud Black people. We're proud African Americans that happen to know what's going on. We're looking at these characters. What are we looking at? Because I got to keep asking the question. We keep saying we want Black representation. Okay, maybe the question I need to be asking is, what are you prepared to do for it? If you see they're not going to treat you a certain way and they're going to keep giving you foolishness, what are you prepared to do for it? You can't keep giving them your money. You can't keep telling them everything is okay, honky-dory. At some point in time, it's no different than if somebody cheating on you. You got to break up at some point in time, but they just going to continue to dog you out. Okay, well, the MCU been dogging us out. Monica Rambeau, and because I know somebody going to come on the video, no, that's not right. She's not the first Captain Marvel. You're right. She's not. She's not. Marvel is, but she's the first female Captain Marvel. And if you call yourself to be a proud Black person, why are you not offended that she wasn't on the big screen first as Captain Marvel? You're a proud Black woman to be boycotted. You own what you say, and you say what you own.
And I think in the live yesterday, I think somebody alluded to it. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Marcus. You can't make a demand of someone and they not acquiesce or acknowledge that you made that demand. Right. From that point moving forward, what are you prepared to do? I said, I want this. They said no. I said, I want this. They said no. You better be ready to pull something out. I mean, not literally, but you better be ready to pull something out and say, I said,
it's just as simple as this. You got your little brother going to school, and it's a dude 2 years older than him, constantly taking his lunch money. But see, little brother got a brother that's in the same grade as the bully. Little bro go to the bully, say, hey, stop taking my lunch money, or stop taking my lunch money, or. Now watch this. Little brother can be passive. Little brother ain't got to throw no hands. We're not asking little brother to throw no hands. That ain't what you're equipped to do. You ain't got to do that. What you do is what we do real life. Little bro, go get big bro. Big bro, slide little bro to the side. Little bro, big bro step up to the bully and be like, what's good? That's what boycott Black Panther is. We're what's good.
We're the big brother.
We're not gonna mix words with you. It ain't a matter that we looking down on the recasters. Everybody played a role. Everybody play their role. Keep tooting the horn. We gonna toot it for you. Just when you don't get the answer that you wanted, we're prepared to take it to another level. Sad to say, whether people want to admit that or not, when that trailer dropped, when we said hashtag boycott Black Panther 2, Marvel listened.
In the X-Men, in the early days of the X-Men, when they were wont to kill, but they knew somebody needed killing or damn near close to killing, they turned Logan loose. They turned Logan loose. That's it, okay? We done tried. Put Wolverine on that ass. Because they ain't hearing what we saying. Maybe they hear the little man with the claw. You know? So that's what what is it? The 1% solution?
You ain't listening to us. We tired of talking.
We the 1% solution. Okay. Me personally, my job is not attached to the outcome of this movement. So I can go all the way in if you need me to go all the way in, but I ain't going all the way in by myself.
And he ain't got to, because I'm going in with him. I'm going in, and I'm gonna go hard. and I'm gonna
Hey,
go.
already, you cannot make a demand without some kind of consequence, especially if there is no expectation or acknowledgement of the demands you make until you get radical. And then you see, oh, they respond to radical. Okay, I'm willing to take this smoke if it results and it flips back on me and everybody goes, oh, D-Rail was evil, or D-Rail was a bad person, or D-Rail said some shit about some folks at Marvel that was very mean-spirited. Okay, I asked nice like 10 times for a whole year. I made like 199 videos and asked nice for a whole year, and didn't nobody say nothing.
Ain't nobody said a word.
So now that I start, everybody's like, oh, you're aggressive, and oh, yeah. No, I just when step A has reached its solution, guess what? I got a step B. And when step B reaches its solution, I got 24 more letters.
Here's the thing. And this is one of the things that bothered me earlier on when it came to recasting, and I'm hoping we understand. There are people that are old enough to be your father, your mother, that love this character. When you say wait, stop saying wait. Stop saying compromise. Stop saying it's okay. No, it's people that have died waiting on this character. We had 2 young kids die waiting on this character. We really don't believe, if I'm 54 and I'm getting ready to turn 55, and Daryl is 55 and gonna turn 56 next year, are we really thinking it ain't people 60, 70 years old that are fans of T'Challa that's been waiting on him to come around? When we say wait, what are we really saying? Now, mind you, you need to understand, them people that you're telling to wait, to them, Shorty is the side character. To them, the Dora Milaje are the side character. They can love them and everything like that, but the story, the crux of it, the point of it, who it all revolves around, is T'Challa. And if you call yourself to be a Black Panther fan, a T'Challa fan, and you not taking people that were born, that could read, write, had jobs when this character was created, if you not taking them people into consideration, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for what it is. Use a selfish ass individual. You're not thinking about nobody but yourself. See, that's what I love about, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, this brother right here. It's not just about the people that's our age. It's not just about the people that's older than us. Hell, it's not even about the people that are younger than us. It's about the brothers and sisters that have yet to be born. They don't need to see a lifetime worth of Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Arrow, Captain America, Thor, and can't get but a couple of showings of Shuri, a couple of showings of T'Challa. Well, we got to play around with the love between, if we finna say Io and Anika are lovers, why are we playing around with it? Why are we delaying it? If we finna sit up here and say Okoye and Wakabi are married, why are we not exploring the love between a Black man and a Black woman? If we finna sit up here and say that T'Challa and Nakia got a son together, why are we finna sit up here and say that son born out of wedlock? Why are we finna say he finna be raised without his daddy? Why is that what we even entertaining and we call ourselves proud Black people?
You know what somebody said to me?
What's
You know what a Black person said to me with regard to that?
I'm waiting.
Kings have children out of wedlock all the time. We ain't talking about European kings. We talking about T'Challa, the Black Panther. Do you think T'Challa is the type of king that would make a whole bunch? He got a whole Dora Milaje. He could have been smashing if he wanted to. Okay, slow down with that. Slow down with that.
To me, that's the person who lacks, if it's a Black person, that's the person who lacks Black pride. Because see, as you and I grew up in high school, elementary school, middle school, college, and everything like that, we had to read Maya Angelou. We had to read Invisible Man. We had to read the Black authors whether they were male and female, especially with taking Black studies. When I was saying earlier, I said the thing that bothers me is I don't see people, us standing together, the panel. I don't see us standing together like the brothers stood with Ali when he was charged with not going to the army. I don't see us wrapping our arms around each other saying it's okay, we're gonna stand together, it's gonna be a united front. I don't see that. I don't even see us getting to the point where we could do a milestone thing. Well, I got brothers that actually know how to write, brothers that actually know how to draw, and say we're gonna do something so wonderful. DC say, hold on, let us get some of that. Let us get some of that. Something so powerful, so poignant. We still talking about milestone today. No, because what'll happen is D-Real with his knowledge will get discredited by somebody in their 30s who should be learning from D-Real, would rather troll you and belittle you when literally they should be uplifting you so we can get these Black superheroes, these Black movies like we say we want and have Black representation. See, if D-Real is an actor, that's what we need to do. If D-Real is a comic book fan, we need to get him there. But we don't want to do that. It's no different than I feel like when it comes to female rappers. I'm not gonna get that ladies' night thing no more, because the Black female rappers don't know how to come together. Well, what does Black Panther do telling you? Black Panther 2 is telling you that the men are irrelevant if they haven't all disappeared. They're telling you that our women should be front and center as warriors. Now, mind you, if the women taking bullets down range, she can't have children. And if she can't have children, we can't reproduce the Black race. That's the message that you're being sent. And if we look at how reality is going, don't our Black women act more aggressive? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. And what are Black men doing? Black men are standing back like this now. Ain't this what we looking at? Because see, I didn't see no Dora Milaje. I didn't see no Hatutaze. I ain't see no T'Challa. I ain't see no Riri Williams. I ain't see no Chudi when that police officer, Derek Chauvin, had his knee on George Floyd's neck. That's what they want you to do. They don't want you to possess that warrior spirit. Your woman is not supposed to jump out there in front of you like that. If she does, you're going to push her to the side. That's why we getting these movies back to back. The Woman King, even though she answered to a dude, and we getting the Dora Milaje movie. Where we are, as me and Daryl, we touch everything Black Panther related. They finna sell the Hatutaze action figures, which is an all-man military outfit, but you ain't got no all-male military outfit in Black Panther 2. The elimination of the Black male. I'm looking at Black MCU fans, Black fans, Black people. I'm looking at y'all. I am. I said I was gonna hold everybody accountable on this live. Even the people that say they for recast T'Challa. Derek, can I do it? Are you really for recast T'Challa, or you for your own selfish-interest? I'm gonna ask that question one more time. Are you really for recast T'Challa, or you for your own selfish interest? Are you really about boycott Black Panther 2, or are you about your own selfish interest? It's a rhetorical question. Because see, your actions gonna show everything. I know damn good and well when I look at me and Daryl, I can go on Daryl's channel and he's dropping videos. Not damn near, he's dropping videos every week in relation to something Black Panther related. He is. Straight knowledge. He ain't play pimping with it. He ain't getting paid for it. He not monetized. He ain't doing it for clicks and likes. No, he's doing it for the love, passion, and desire of the character. See, that's how strong his passion is to get this character recast. It ain't about, oh, let me see if I can get my subscription numbers up. No, it is what it is. So when I'm looking at people and we say we recast T'Challa, are you really recast T'Challa? What's the message that you're putting out there when it comes to recast T'Challa? How much are you promoting recast T'Challa, or are you sending a conflicting message? See, those are valid questions.
Can I say something real quick, Theo?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, and this is me. I don't know if Theo agrees, but this is how I feel. Stop fighting with anti-recasters. Please, right now, I'm telling y'all, 1:36 and 31 seconds into this video, please stop fighting, arguing, going back and forth with anti-recasters. They lack the knowledge, 100%. Why are you gonna go into a fight with somebody who ain't got their boxing gloves on? It makes no headgear. It makes no sense for me to fight him. I know I'm finna bust his head wide open to the white meat. I know that.
D, you got to take that back. It's too close. We still too close to Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. Like, we yeah.
Hey, I'm saying though. I'm saying though. You you can't come to a gunfight with a knife. And these anti-recasters are coming with knives. And I got AR-15s for days. And it's like, why? Why bother?
They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
For me, it's a waste of energy. Why am I going, you know somebody's a fool and you still gonna get into an argument with them? What the hell for? That's a waste of energy. Stop arguing with these people. Just defuse them and keep it pushing. Period.
Here's the thing. I think we've all faced it right now. Myself, you, back of the bus, Mr. Smith, Grand Madam Tower, everybody that's rocking with us. I know Kamoyo and Ashura didn't call it. The anti-recasters, and see, that's the thing. They don't really care. And now this is sad because it goes not just to, because I heard what, I'm going to say this, because I heard what was said. I listened to it. I understand people might feel some type of way in regards to people really do care about Chadwick Boseman over there at Marvel, even though their actions might seem like they don't. If it walked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, quack, quack.
It's a damn duck.
That's where I'm at with it. So if you ain't figured out your moves are being malicious, Marcus alluded to it last night in regards to the death of T'Challa. If you ain't figured out the moves that you're making are malicious in and of itself, going to what Daryl said, smart people don't argue with fools. A wise person does not argue with a fool because too far off from a distance, you can't tell who the fool and who the wise person is. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt, anti-recasters, regardless of who they are, lack the knowledge and they lack the care. They lack the concern. All this is fake bravado. Even when they say, oh, I just want to go see how it happened. I've said it, Mr. Smith has said it, Daryl has said it. You can take this and run with it if you want to. I don't care because I'm finna say it. Anti-recasters are the same people who would be running toward the slave trade as opposed to running away from the slave trade. I'm not running towards that. I'm running in the opposite direction because what do anti-recasters keep telling you? I just want to see what happens. And they'll say curiosity killed the cat. Ain't that what they say? Take your happy ass on.
Who is more foolish, a fool or the fool that fights with the fool? Okay? You know it's a fool. If you know it's a fool, why you fooling with that fool?
You know it's a fool.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't want to get stung by scorpions, you wouldn't jump in a scorpion pit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Every now and then I get one, they'll say something really asinine and backwards, and they'll show you that they lack the knowledge when they make a comment. They'll show you. Oh, I had one tell me the other day, they went with the plot where T'Challa died.
That's all.
What plot is that? You know, because I'm like, oh, does he work at the studio? Does he know some shit I don't know? What plot is it that they went with? Because if we recall, and you've been keeping up with these events, what did they plan to do in April of 2018, Theo?
You mean May 16th by We Got This Covered, and you mean May 18th by comicbook.com? This was
that
when
shit right
Nate
there. That shit right there
were being asked about the mantle of Shooty, and Nate Moore went on public record because it's still out there and it hasn't been discounted, as in he ain't said. He said it's just a mantle. Anybody can wear it, and Ryan shouldn't get married to T'Challa as the Black Panther. Quote, end quote. I'm paraphrasing, but that's it.
Okay. This ain't some shit they jumped out, and much as they want you to think it's some, it hurt. We got to do this in minutes. Okay, if you did do it in minutes, yo bad. And if you talked about doing it a year ago, yo bad twice.
I don't even know what to tell people. So, because we don't have investigative journalism anymore. And as alluded to last night, they not asking the tough question. But I'll run you one better. How about I sent everything I had to the last person to interview Letitia Wright? How about I sent everything I had? They never opened it. See, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. When we talk about we got these softball questions and these people have asked the questions that they can, no, they asking the questions they choosing to answer. See, some of us over here, we ain't just talking about it. We getting grimy and dirty. Watch this. Y'all want it for real, for real? I hit up Dr. Boyce at Dr. Boyce Watkins, I think that's his name, Boyce, because he's one of the only high profile people I see got something to say. Now, here's where we at. I didn't hit him up. I told him about me and Daryl's live. Me and Daryl are what I like to consider two of the most knowledgeable, if not the most knowledgeable people when it comes to T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman. Dr. Boyce Watkins, he's noticing that there is an agenda being pushed in this movie. I don't believe he knows as much about the character as we do. So we're going to see if we can get it. But if he don't respond, just like so many other people, because I reached out to more than just one Black journalist. Matter of fact, hold on, because I believe in full transparency. I reached out to the Breakfast Club. This was early last year in regards to recast T'Challa. I reached out to Charlamagne the God. I reached out to The View. I reached out to The Talk. As a matter of fact, every time I post a video over there on Instagram, everybody and their mama get tagged in it. Not one response from one person. Oh, we did get a response from one person. That was the person who called us no influence having ass fools. So then I have to sit back and ask the question, because these are the same people that talk about Black representation. These are the celebrities, Black celebrities. These are the same Black celebrities, Black journalists that talk about a lack of positive Black representation. These are the same Black celebrities, same Black journalists that use their soapbox to talk about how Blacks are being oppressed and everything like that. But when you come to them and you say something to them, because see, they don't have no problem with Snowfall. See, they don't have no problem with ATL. See, they don't have no problem with Power. Because see, they reviewing them shows. They don't have a Power with Booker Cannon. You're tuning in to them shows. But when somebody really come up and wave the banner talking about, hey, we talking about Black representation, what's going on? You don't matter because you talking about somebody that they cool with who got a similar bank account, 6 figures. They not finna have their homeboy and their homegirl lose their job because you out here bumping your gums about Black representation. You pushing the narrative about Black representation at the wrong time. You talking about it 24/7. Other people only want to talk about it when it benefits them. So if we're trying to figure out why we having an issue with T'Challa being recast, it's because whether you want to call them Black celebrities or Black elitists, they don't give two damns. They will tell you that they care, but they don't. Watch this. It was only 3 people that was effing with T'Challa before Chadwick Boseman got cast as T'Challa. That was LL Cool J, Jamie Foxx, and Wesley Snipes. One no other Black celebrities capping for T'Challa. They weren't, and stop me if I'm wrong, D. Them were the only 3. When nobody else talking about, so all this, oh, we love T'Challa. This is recent as of 2016, 2018. And shout out to Josh for doing his thing. Josh admitted he came on board when he saw T'Challa in the MCU. He said that made him get up and go start researching and reading about T'Challa. That's what should have happened. But way too many of y'all so-called pro-Black people, whether you identify as heterosexual, whether you identify male, female, LGBT, whatever your damn job description is, too many of y'all went to the damn movie just to see the damn movie. You fell in love with the movie. You didn't fall in love with the character. That's what that was. You didn't fall in love with nothing about Wakanda. You didn't come out the movie saying, let me learn some Xhosa. You didn't come out the movie saying, let me learn some Swahili. No, all you did was dress up in your dashiki for the damn movie and then come back home and put your Levi's on. That's all you did. What you finna do for this movie is go to the store, spend about $60, $80 on some damn white stuff, go to the damn movie, come back, hang it up in your damn closet, and put your damn joggers on. You ain't gonna learn nor care a damn thing about the damn movie. If you don't know when we say Molo, you don't know what we mean. If we say Molini and you don't know what we mean, if you walking around here and you saying Nkosi instead of saying Kosi, you don't know what the hell we talking about. You didn't take a damn thing from that movie, but you Black. You Black though, you Black. You black? You black. It's white people walking around here speaking fluent Xhosa and Swahili after seeing the damn movie.
Now,
After seeing the damn movie, learn fluent Xhosa and Swahili. Hell, I know it's a couple of them teaching Xhosa on damn YouTube, and they white.
As we roll forward, we got about 15 minutes left. So I'm gonna step it up to this Christopher Priest era. Okay, Christopher Priest was 98. Mark Teixeira, Sal Valuto was doing the art chores. I ain't gonna say I'm super crazy about Sal Valuto's art, but it was Black Panther, so I wasn't really complaining. And we learned things like the only reason T'Challa joined the Avengers was to spy on them. He wanted to assess how much of a threat they were to Wakanda. How cool would it have been to see that and see Captain America's heart just shatter from this cat he thought was his brother, was his main man, was spying on. Okay, that's also where we got to see the Dora Milaje, who, if a lot of people don't know it, are based on the lady of the Dahomey tribe that you saw or didn't see in The Woman King. Don't want to go all off into that. Yes, they were slave traders, blah, 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 so on and so forth, but they were woman warriors. And that was the aspect that was drawn out by Christopher Priest. And he went even farther to make them wives in waiting, even though T'Challa didn't really have no desire, to get with. It was more of a let's keep these tribes peaceful kind of thing. So we're gonna put everybody in the Dora Milaje and give them all an equal chance to be royal consorts. In the meantime, we're gonna bodyguard and kick everybody's ass. And that's essentially what you were getting out of the Dora Milaje. And if you remember on the Christopher Priest run, they had hair.
If I could, D, just to add to that, because Please. It was during it was doing right after the Reginald Hutland run where Jonathan Mayberry took over. And they actually have a scene where actually Anika states that the Dora Milaje have been around for over 10,000 years. I want us to think about that for a second. I can't remember the issue, but it is in the Doom War. I think it's Doom War Part 2, where she says that. Let's think about that for a second. That means the Dora Milaje have been responsible for not just watching over male panthers, they've been responsible for watching female panthers. Now, why do I say that? Because if John Ridley would have did his damn homework, he would understand. You too, Roxanne Gang. You would have understood that while y'all tried to paint T'Challa as some overseer, making the Dora Milaje bend to his knees as some misogynistic male, you totally overlooked the fact that they had to watch over Nahanda too. What was she? And Nahanda is the only female Black Panther.
The first female Black Panther.
Right. Nahanda is only the second Black female Panther named. She and Shuri aren't the only two Black female Panthers. Now, here's the thing. That's when me, Daryl, Mr. Ray Smith, Grand Madam Tarot, Nico Bean, and everybody else, the Council of Wakanda, because we had named Mosi King Wakanda before Marvel gave him a name. That's when we got to go back and fit this all together. That's what we're dedicated to doing as the griots of Wakanda. I like that, the griots of Wakanda. I like it.
Why did they shave their heads? Because the when Reginald Hutland took over, whoever was drawing decided to make them bald-headed. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason.
It's not Reginald Hutland. Christopher Priest had them with hair, and that might have been wigs and everything like that. But I would say,
boy, them some wigs with some good glue.
Yeah. I would almost want to say that, you know what? If we're being practical when it comes to combat, my hair is a liability. I ain't Sasha Banks.
It is.
So cut it off. And then if you can change your hairstyle at the drop of a dime in the real world, you're less distinguishable. You don't stand out. So their wigs actually make them, this just me, if we're doing it for the MC, their ability to wear wigs make them look normal when they're out in the real world. Because I mean, hell, how tall are we saying the Dora Milaje are on average? These are probably, all these women are probably 5'8".
Might have an Amazon or two sprinkled in there for good
Yeah,
measure.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna be tall. They're gonna be tall women. They're not gonna be 5 feet tall. That ain't what we're looking at.
Nope, that's not a very intimidating bodyguard, is it? If Io would have been like 5'2" and stepped to Natasha and been like, move or you will be moved, would that have had the same effect?
Listen,
even though we know little short black women can take off their earrings and scrap. Come on now.
That scene still does something for me. Move or you will be moved. I was like, ooh, move, please move. I want to see that. What did he say? As much as I would like, as much as
everybody would have liked to see that. And if she'd have got beat up by a Dora Milaje, everybody would have been like, why is she even in the Avengers? Get that Dora Milaje to join.
Which begs the question, we're gonna have fun with it, Daryl.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I was gonna ask a dumb question, but I'm not gonna ask it because I read Deadliest of the Species, I read Power, and I read Doom War. Yes, any Dora Milaje is taking out Natasha Romanoff. I'm not even gonna play that game. Because I read it and I know what they've been trained to do, and she ain't been trained like that.
Well, they did squab in what was it, World of Wakanda?
Who came out on top?
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying it happened. But those of you that don't know, if you want to see that fight.
I'm just saying, man, like, we're not gonna do that. The Doors don't play around, and the hot toots that I say don't play around. I'm in my feelings about that. I think that would have been some great world building. We didn't get Achilles. Marcus is familiar with Achilles and everything like that. We at least could have got him. We haven't got Hunter. They gave us Bucky as the White Wolf, and now he's going back to being the Winter Soldier. So that was a complete waste of a character because he did nothing. He ain't even put on no white.
You the White Wolf because you're a white man? Wow.
Like, and that's the other thing. We talk about it.
That's low-key discriminatory.
Yeah. We talk about it, Daryl, and that is the sad part about it. Any anti-recaster that talks to you about T'Challa shouldn't be recast and who's played the character, the only thing they're gonna mention are two names: Killmonger and Shuri. And that's a damn shame. Like, to even, how can I put it? It's effed up that you feel like you have an opinion and you haven't even done the damn due diligence to respect this character's legacy. We talk about Chadwick Boseman's legacy, and I want to touch on that real quick if I can.
Real quick.
And I'm doing him a disservice when I say real quick. As somebody alluded to last night, his family is still grieving. That should be enough in and of itself to kill this whole damn movie, because nobody needs to go see this movie. You want to go see the movie. No, you can wait till, if the movie come out on Friday, you can wait till Tuesday to go see the movie. If you're a recast, you can wait. Word of mouth is going to hit you by the end. You don't have to go see the movie opening night. You can wait, get your point across, kill the numbers for the opening weekend, and still go see the movie. But when we talk about what Chadwick Boseman stood for, we don't talk enough about his commencement speech at Howard. We don't talk about his quotes enough. We don't talk about that statement that he made about Ocean's 11 and how he would love for us to have a movie like that where we were represented like that. We don't talk about what this man stood for enough to know that when he played basketball in high school, that a classmate died, moved him to the point of writing his very first play. And that he was skilled enough in high school to write that play. So much so to the point that he got a scholarship to Howard. Drama. Basketball as well, but damn drama. People don't even appreciate. We talk about Chadwick Boseman so much as an actor. We don't even acknowledge the fact that he graduated from Howard with a bachelor's degree in directing. That means he was literally qualified and trained to do Ryan Coogler's damn job. Crazy, because ironically enough, we talk about him, we not saying this. Leaks come out from Hollywood all the time about how much he contributed to the movie, i.e., you got to speak African languages as opposed to European languages. This was Chadwick Boseman. This was the dude that we talk about, and I don't know why, knowing what his brother Derek, because it ain't too many of us that keep showing that video from Urban Faith on December 8th, 2020. Me and you, but I ain't seeing a whole bunch of us talk about that video, keep that video on Front Street to the point where people understand that video beat Kevin Feige's video by 48 hours. We don't talk enough about the Black man who went back and researched his roots all the way back to Africa. Black pride. And not talking enough about Chadwick Boseman and his love for Black people, his knowledge of self, knowing his family, knowing his roots. We've allowed ourselves to get hoodwinked and bamboozled by a cast and crew. Martin Freeman and Florence Kasumba worked with him on the set of Captain America: Civil War. He met Felicia Rashad at Howard. Denzel Washington contributed to him graduating from Howard. He had a mentorship relationship with Michael B. Jordan. Black Panther filmed for 4 months. That's when everybody else comes into play as far as being within close proximity with him for an extended period of time. But it was only 4 months. Everybody else was in passing, if at all. But we're allowing 4 months. Daryl, I've known you longer than 4 months. Daryl, I've talked to you, Mr. Smith. Me and Grand Madam Tarot have talked. There are people, Marcus, Josh, there are people that I built relationships with that are on YouTube, via YouTube, that are longer than 4 months. We know each other's families. We wished our wives happy birthdays. We confided in each other when we would go. That's a real friendship. And there is no way in the world being your friend, losing you, would I ever want to see your death play out on damn film. I don't want to see that because I'm going to be hurting. And in hurting as your friend, I'm going to have to look at your wife and console her, your children, and console them. I don't want to do that if I ain't got to, because I'm your friend. I say I'm your friend. Right. So when we say friends, and I'm looking at Black people, what in the complete holy hell are you talking about when you say you gotta see it? No, you ain't gotta do nothing but stay Black and die. You wanna go see it. I'm so glad that that ain't the stop that our forefathers come from, where they literally wanted to go running towards their embarrassment, running towards their shame, running towards being treated like second-class citizens. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to be a part of it, but it does not speak to the principles nor the values of one Chadwick Aaron Boseman. It never has, it never will.
Strong words from a strong man. Look here, y'all. I would love to rock this for 2 more hours, and between me and him, we probably could. And I know some of y'all's over there on the East Coast and y'all got to get up and go to work, but let me just say first, thank all of y'all that came up in here and rocked with us. It's quite a bit of y'all. Share this video for real. Share this video with everybody, okay? And let them know, you know what I'm saying? We here, we out here, we been out here, and we gonna be out here. Y'all catch Theo on his page. I'm just saying with Theo B.
And y'all catch Daryl on the page y'all catching him on right now. Be real with Be Real, where edutainment is his thing. Alive and alert from the north side of the dirt. Y'all better come holler at my boy.
Hey, it's what I do. Like he said, it's what I do.
Yes, sir.
But and then y'all catch another live Thursday. I do a live every Thursday. Y'all please tune in for that. That's like 6:30 Pacific time. Rock for about an hour and a half. You know
Wednesday live. Me and Daryl go back to back.
And he's Wednesday. His live's on Wednesday at 5:30.
7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
7:30 Eastern. So that's 5. That's 5. Yeah, that's like 3:30 my time. So thank y'all for hanging out and rocking with us. If y'all want to see more of this, y'all can do the same thing y'all did that y'all got this one. Holler at us in the comments, and it ain't nothing.
And if you want more people on the panel, let us know. We'll bring them. We'll be more than happy to do it and everything like that. Listen, we got some stuff working in the wind. I think K-Pop was in there and everything like that.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Shout out to K-Pop and everything. We got some things working. So, man, thank y'all so much. Listen, we wouldn't be where we at if it wasn't for y'all, and we will be forever grateful for that. Thank y'all so much.
Love y'all. Love y'all. Love rocking with y'all. Love rocking for y'all. I will be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones, and until I do, y'all be good. Good to each other.
Peace.
Yes,
sir.
Sorry. Let me shut this off.
Hey, I think we got some good stuff out there. I think we said what needed to be said.
Yeah.
I think we're